bar magnet as an equivalent solenoid. The magnetic field on the axis of a solenoid is equal to the magnetic field on the axial line of a bar magnet. This is a solenoid and this is the axis of the solenoid. The magnetic field on the axis of the solenoid can be equivalently treated as the magnetic field on the axial line of a bar magnet. Let us prove it. Consider a solenoid as shown in the figure. This is the solenoid. The length of the solenoid is 2L. The length is from this point to this point. This is a finite solenoid. The length of the solenoid is equal to 2L. Radius of the solenoid, you see, this is the radius of the solenoid. Radius of the solenoid is equal to A. Number of turns per unit length. Suppose number of turns in the solenoid per unit length is equal to N. Current in the solenoid, suppose equal to I. We have to find out the magnetic field at the point P on the solenoid, which is at a distance r from the center of the solenoid O. So here we have taken length of the solenoid, that is the finite solenoid, is equal to 2L, radius of the solenoid A, number of turns per unit length N, current in the solenoid I, and we have to find out the magnetic field at the point P of the solenoid at a distance r from the center of the solenoid O. Consider a circular element of thickness dx of the solenoid at a distance x from its center O. So we have considered a circular element. This is a circular element of thickness dx, and the thickness dx of circular element is we have taken at a distance x from the center of the solenoid O, and the number of turns in this thickness dx will be equal to n into dx, because n is the number of turns per unit length. So number of turns in this element of thickness dx will be equal to n into dx. So number of turns in this thickness dx is equal to n into dx, and the magnetic field at P due to the circular element dx of thickness dx is given by dB is equal to mu 0 n dx I a square divided by 2 into r minus x whole square plus a square whole to the power 3 by 2. Because we know magnetic field at a point P due to a circular coil is given by B is equal to mu 0 n I r square divided by 2 into x square plus r square to the power 3 by 2 into I cap. Previously we have deduced the magnetic field at a point P on the axis of a circular coil is given by mu 0 n I is the current flowing through the circular coil, into r square, r is the radius of the circular coil, divided by 2 into x square is equal to this distance, the distance from the center O to the considered point P, x square plus r square whole to the power 3 by 2. This is also in the form of a circular coil. You see, this is also in the form of a circular coil, and the magnetic field at P will be equal to mu 0 into n is the number of turns per unit length, into dx into I is the current passing through this coil, then a square, a is the radius, divided by 2 into r minus x whole square, because this distance is r, this distance is a, so this distance will be equal to r square minus r minus x, sorry, this distance is equal to r. You see, this distance is equal to r and this distance is equal to x. So this distance will be equal to r minus x, is not it? So this distance is r minus x and this distance is a. So this distance will be equal to r minus x whole square plus a square. This distance will be equal to r minus x whole square plus a square will be equal to x square, this one. So compare these two equations. You have substituted mu 0 here, here you have substituted n, and here you have to take n dx, here I a square, and instead of x square you put r minus x whole square, and here r will be equal to a. So r square will be equal to a square whole to the power 3/2. So the magnetic field at P due to the total solenoid or the whole solenoid can be found out by integrating the above equation from x equal to minus L to x equal to plus L. So you see, this is x is equal to minus L and this is x is equal to plus L. So if you integrate the magnetic field from minus L to plus L, then you can find out the total magnetic field due to this whole cylinder at this point P. So integrating the left hand side dB from 0 to B and integrating the right hand side, you take mu 0 n I a square, they are constant outside, 2 is also constant, you take it outside. So integration from minus L to L dx divided by r minus x whole square plus a square to the power 3/2. If we take r is very greater than a, the distance from the point P from the center of the solenoid r is very large or greater than the radius of the cylindrical solenoid, and r is also very greater than L. So if you neglect L and if you neglect a in the denominator, then you will get r minus x whole square plus a square whole to the power 3/2. If you neglect x here, then because r is very greater than a, so you can neglect x and you neglect a, so this will be equal to approximately equal to r cube. So instead of r minus x whole square plus a square, you can substitute in this denominator r cube. And since r cube is a constant, you can take it outside. So the magnetic field B will be equal to mu 0 n I a square divided by 2 r cube, integration from minus L to L dx. And if you substitute, integration of dx is x, and from a minus L to L, if you substitute the limits of the integration, it will be equal to 2L. Suppose this is equation number 1, and we know the magnetic moment of a current loop is given by the formula m is equal to n I into a, where n is the number of turns, I is the current passing through the loop, and a is the area of the loop. And the magnetic moment of the solenoid will be equal to, if you use this formula, then the magnetic moment of the solenoid m will be equal to total number of turns on the solenoid, that is equal to n into 2L, and the current multiplied by current is equal to I, and the area of the solenoid is equal to pi a square. So the magnetic moment of the solenoid will be equal to n into 2L into I into pi r square. Suppose this is equation 2. So from equation 1 and 2, if you substitute this value instead of this value in this equation m, then you will get B will be equal to mu 0 divided by 4 pi into twice m divided by r cube. You see, this expression B is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi twice m by r cube gives the expression for the magnetic field on the axial line of a bar magnet or on the axis of a bar magnet. Thus, the bar magnet and a solenoid produce the similar magnetic field. The magnetic field produced by a solenoid is equal to the magnetic field produced by a bar magnet for the axial line. Similarly, you can also prove the magnetic field produced by the solenoid on the equatorial line, which will be equal to the magnetic field equivalent magnetic field of the bar magnet on the equatorial line. Thus, it can be concluded that the magnetic moment of a bar magnet is equal to the magnetic moment of an equivalent solenoid that produces the same magnetic field.